So did you know that the highest engagement of posts that I get on my Instagram come from when I put pictures up of myself in the post? So not posts about quotes, not posts of pretty houses or anything like that. It's when I actually show up, have my face on camera and talk about myself and show myself on the camera. And so what I want to talk to you today in today's Take Action Daily video is about doing exactly that. And I want to ask you the question of whether you are actually showing up on your Instagram feed, on your social media, in videos like these, so that people can get to know you. Because the reason this is so important is because people want to do business with other people. If you are hiding behind pretty pictures of houses, quote cards, tips and tricks sort of posts only, and not also including pictures of yourself, videos of yourself showing up on Instagram stories, face to camera, then you are not letting people get to know you, which means that they are more likely to jump over to the next account where that person is showing their face, and that person can get to know whether they actually have a connection with that person and whether that's someone that they would like to do business with. So I know that taking pictures of yourself, taking videos of yourself, especially if you don't feel confident in how you look, can be scary and something that a lot of people don't like to do, but it really is so critical for you to be able to build up that know, like and trust factor with your audience. It's absolutely essential. And so I'll just give you a few examples in this video of how you can be doing that and where you can be doing that. So there's heaps of different ways of doing it, and if you are scared of doing video, there's still the picture versions of doing that as well. So let's have a talk about some of them. So first of all, the simple ones are photos. So let's get some photos up, first of all, on your website. So this is one of the big ones. I often see designers who have great websites and things like that, but there is no picture of who owns this design business. And so I always go searching for who is behind this business and who are they, what are they all about, who works in this business, what do they look like. I mean, people are visual creatures. They want to sort of get a sense of like who they're listening to and talking to and all of that stuff. So you definitely want to have a picture of yourself on your website. At the moment, or when you're first getting started, like there are simple ways of taking those pictures yourself. There are apps on the phone, like I used to take my own photos. So I would set up my camera and there was an app on my phone that would connect the camera to the thing, and I would sit and I'd sort of just be holding my phone, and I would take the pictures that way. I have talked on my Instagram stories before about this little guy, which is a little gadget called Gadgen. So that little guy basically pairs via Bluetooth with my phone, and so I can just hold this in my hand and sort of just be like taking pictures of myself. Like, you feel like a complete knob, I'm telling you, when you're doing it, but you can get some quite good pictures of yourself. You don't have to be embarrassed because no one's going to be around looking at you while you take the pictures, so you can take 1,000 photos and then pick the one that you like. But this is a great little tool. So it was about $40, I think, from Amazon or something. So not very expensive, and it'll help turn your mobile phone, so you can put your mobile phone up wherever, put it on a tripod if you've got it, or just lean it on the windowsill, or whatever you can do to make it work. And that is a way of getting some different photos. Change your outfit, set up an afternoon where you do your hair, do your makeup, choose out like 10 outfits, and then go around your house and just sit in different places, cup of coffee, water bottle, like what talks about you, sitting in front of your laptop. Like, just get some shots that you can use on your Instagram, that you can use on your website, and all of those sorts of things. So most phones have pretty good quality imaging these days. I've got the iPhone 12, so it's pretty good, but like even the earlier models of iPhone and stuff are pretty good with their camera. So you should find that you can get some pretty good photos that way, especially if you take hundreds and hundreds, and just make sure no one's home so that you don't feel stupid. It's only you and your camera, and you don't need to worry. So that's the first tip for getting some great images to start using so that you can put those up on social media and stuff. The next one is the video. Now, I know lots of you are scared of video. We have talked about this before. I've given you the challenge of just starting to talk to your phone, hold your phone up and record video, and just like set yourself a topic, whether even that's like what you're going to make for dinner that night. your favorite type of interior design style, something that you know inside out. You never have to show that video to anyone, but just start practicing staring down the lens of the camera. Don't look at yourself in the camera. That's the wrong thing to do. The lens is up here. It's the tiny little circle at the top of your camera. Make sure you look into that so you have eye-to-eye contact with your audience, and just get the practice of starting to talk to a camera and not umming and ahhing your way through. I guarantee, like, you probably look at me and go, oh, Claire's so confident on camera. I cannot tell you how nervous I was the first time I started doing videos. I used to, I'd do like a 30-second video and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? And then I'd like stuff it up, and then I'd feel so silly because I was just talking to a phone like camera that no one was going to see when I was doing my practice ones. And eventually you get to the point where you can just give yourself a bit of a framework of what you're going to talk about, like I do these days, and I just record a 10-minute video off the cuff without even thinking about it. So that's the best way to start with filming yourself, videoing yourself. When you're ready, which I think should be sooner rather than later, because I don't want you to overthink all of this, jump onto Instagram stories, and they disappear in 24 hours. If you only have a small audience, hardly anyone's going to see them anyway, so you don't need to worry, and just start sharing some content. So, what are your best top 3 tips for designing a bathroom? What are your top 3 tips for designing a kitchen? What are your top 3 tips for choosing new throw cushions for the lounge, for lounges? Whatever it is, say something, share some knowledge, and just get used to putting your face up on camera. The other thing, don't be worried if you don't have, because I think a lot of people go, well, I'll do it on Thursday because then I can do my hair and I can do my makeup and blah, blah, blah. Have you guys watched how I dress and show up for you guys here? I used to be like that as well, and that meant that I didn't put out anywhere near enough content or anywhere near as much content as I wanted to. I have never had anyone write to me saying, I'm not watching your videos because you dress in your activewear way too often. Like, that just is not a thing, and you've just got to be, and also I've actually also had feedback from people that are like, I love that you wear your activewear because you feel like you're a relatable person. You don't feel like someone who's completely out of touch with what we're all dealing with. Like, I am a mum. I'm trying to fit making content in around, dropping my kids. We've dropped to school. I've come home. I'm making some videos, and then I'm going to go out for my walk because that's sort of the structure of my day. So fit the content in around that. Make it authentic to you. It does not matter if you don't have your hair and makeup done. And actually, also the other thing is that if you do sort of Instagram stories, you can stick a filter on, and actually you'll look quite good anyway, even without any hair and makeup done anyway. So just stick a filter over the top of yourself and you'll look a lot better. So no excuses, guys, with that one. So Instagram stories is a great way. Once you start feeling a bit more confident, you can start to create videos a bit like this for YouTube and things like that. YouTube do prefer a bit more of a high quality production sort of element. I actually need to improve the content production part of my videos that I make for YouTube because they're just filmed on my computer at the moment. I need to set my camera up, but again, I'm filming the content at the moment. The other steps of getting the proper camera set up, which is still over the back here, however you point there, that side, it's all still over there because since we moved house I haven't reset that back up, but I'm not using that as my excuse to not create content. It is going to be something that I'll set up as soon as I possibly can when I've got some time, but in the meantime, getting the content out is what matters. So yeah, it's really important to put your face out there. Since I've been doing these videos, I cannot tell you how much more engagement I get across all different platforms. Facebook group that this goes up in, Instagram comments, YouTube comments where we post it up on YouTube. We post it up on the blog, I get comments on the blog, and then also, of course, like posting Instagram stories and stuff, I get so many comments and questions and lovely feedback and all sorts of things in my DMs on Instagram as well. So you will find that this is the way to create conversations with people in your community, and conversations will eventually lead to people wanting to do business with you. So there is a helpful element of doing it, and I love to give out as much helpful tips and advice and stuff as I can, and that is all coming from a completely genuine place of just being maybe a few steps ahead of a lot of you and being able to share some of the stuff that I know. But also, I know that some of you will also go on to buy my online courses or to come and join my coaching program when that launches soon, or whatever it is, because I have put myself out there. You guys know that I know what I'm talking about, and that will turn into a commercial sort of side of the purpose of putting videos out as well. So be helpful, be genuine, and because of that, the money will come in as a result of it. So that's today's tip. Show up on camera, guys. Don't hide behind what you are doing. If you are too nervous to do videos to start, you really, really have to start practicing using video. Video is the way of where everything is headed. You cannot be in business these days and be too scared to be on video. You have got to get over that. Tough love, I know, but you have got to get over being on video. If you are still a bit too scared, start practicing, because you absolutely have to get there eventually. And in the meantime, use something like that little clicker I was showing you to start taking photos of yourself and get some pictures up and talk about yourself and this is who I am and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's today's tip. I hope you will set up a little photo shoot with yourself in the next week or so. That would be awesome. And I hope you start to put up some video or at least start to practice talking to your phone if you are still a little nervous to get it up onto the actual Instagram stories or out onto YouTube. But you've got to get it up there in real life, out into the public as soon as you possibly can. Nothing bad is going to happen. I can guarantee you are going to really feel stupid doing it for the first few times, and then you'll completely get over it and you'll be fine. So trust me, from someone who was super, super nervous. The only regret I have about the whole video side of my business is that I didn't start earlier. That is the only regret that I have. So please learn from me and get started earlier than being a few years down the track and going, actually, that really wasn't that scary after all, and I really wish I had started this years and years ago. Have a great day. Hopefully you take some of that on board, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.